That's really amazing. Thank you for sharing. I got to read that again. Belinda says, the most helpful tool for me was cry mode. Cry mode's a physical mode that we talk about in the program that is really super helpful. It might have been one of the most helpful things for me too, frankly, as it is for everybody. I was ill last year, and your course, and especially cry mode, have rehabilitated my operatic skills and rebuilt my strength. Wow. I'm glad that's been helpful for you, Belinda. And we'll keep going. I'm here. I'm here to help you and support you in your singing and your training and everything, okay? Coach Rob not going anywhere. So what a lovely name. Donafan, I think it's Donafan Molina, says that she was at a concert, a symphonic orchestra concert. She noticed that the soprano was opening or splatting her vowels on the high notes instead of staying true to the narrowed vowels. Okay, let's talk about that. Number one, it's not only the classical soprano, it's all of us. All singers are sort of confronted with the challenge of what do we do with the narrowed vowels on high notes, okay? So let's first just be clear on what we mean by narrowed vowels, all right? So narrowed vowels in singing tend to be sound colors of E, I, oo. The R-controlled vowels, ER, A-R, I-R, A-R, and OO-R, and to some extent, O is also very narrowed. All right, those are the narrowed sound colors that we run into when we're singing, okay? And they happen to be more difficult than the more open vowels, like A and A and Ah and Ah, okay? And what happens is when we get high in frequency, these narrowed sound colors in the lyrics become difficult. They require more physical strength, more motor skills, and if you don't have the physical strength and the motor skills, it can be sort of squeezy, and your voice can break. Okay. In fact, oftentimes when our voice breaks, when we're training and singing, oftentimes it's because of the narrowed vowel color in the lyric. If you go back and you look at, like if you're singing and you go back and you look at the lyrics and you're having a problem on a certain part of the song, and you go back and you look at it, you'll notice that oftentimes the part that keeps giving you a problem is a narrowed vowel sound color. All right. So what do we do about it? There's two things you can do about it. One, keep training, keep working out, work on these belt techniques, these strength building techniques that I offer in the book and in the course, all right? And build the strength to be able to hold on to the narrowed positions and amplify them on high notes, all right? That's something we should all be pursuing, okay? Now, the other thing you can do, which Jonathan is referring to, is you can slightly open up or slightly splat, just a touch, slightly open up the narrowed vowel. The audience still thinks, they still get the impression or the illusion that they're hearing the true narrowed vowel color, but in fact they're not. They're really hearing a distorted version of the narrowed vowel because the singer has opened it up a bit, okay? And they do that, why? Because if you open narrowed vowels on high notes, it's easier. It's just easier. They come out better. And so we call it sort of modifying the vowels. So if you're actively modifying the narrowed vowels when you're singing a little bit from time to time, everyone does it. World-class sopranos at the orchestra do it. The lead singer from Dream Theater does it all the time. Bono does it. Everybody does it, okay? At least a little bit from time to time. My advice is that you don't rely on that distorting and opening and modifying the narrowed vowels on every single narrowed vowel when you sing, falling back on the easier solution. Don't allow that to be what you settle with, okay? It's okay a little bit sometimes, okay? But really do work on trying to get those narrowed positions and amplifying those true vowels as much as you can, okay? Sort of like shooting baskets. If it bounces off the rim and finally goes in and you get a point, that's great. That's okay. But still, we're still trying, when we shoot a basket, we're still trying to get all net, aren't we? Okay, so try to narrow it as much as you can. So Jonathan, that's what's happening. She's opening up her narrowed vowel, probably because it's just easier. And when you're singing in front of an audience and you're getting paid to do this and the pressure's on, it's not really the time to be experimenting. Well, I think I'm going to try to sing that E. Here I go. I'm going to really, that's not the time to do that. Okay, you do that in your training studio when you're practicing and you work it out. You got an audience in front of you and you're at a professional opera show, you just modify the vowel a little bit, and guess what? The only person that will know that you slightly opened the narrowed vowel, the only person that will know is you. Okay, that's the other thing. Oh, maybe, a handful of coaches in the audience, but that's about it. All right, what's next?
Hey, if you liked the video, subscribe and click the little notification bell thing. And go out to our Facebook group. Go to the Vocalist Studio Facebook group. It's awesome, exploding with activity and community. Thanks for watching.